Said Doug Walker, and how many are just like, hello? Alright, so this panel, I've never done this panel here, this is kind of cool. This is a panel called Movies That Everybody Disagrees With You On, and really this panel is not about me, this panel is actually much more about you guys, and we're just going to chat about movies, whether you like them and everybody else hates them, or you hate them and everybody else likes them. And the thing about that I've always discovered is, as you know, I play a character called Nostalgia Critic, and everything I see, my opinion is fact, and there's no changing it, blah, blah, blah. But that's a character, and it's meant for comedy. In reality, art, movies, literature, all that stuff, it's all subjective, and there's stuff that, lasts through time, but I mean, that doesn't mean you have to like it. It doesn't mean that, it's going to impress you, or vice versa. It doesn't mean that there's something that everyone says is terrible, but it has a meaning for you. It does something for you. And usually, what I do with these panels, I usually reveal a movie that I like and everybody dislikes. And probably the most famous one, is X-Men 3. I like that movie. Now, I can't defend any of the movies, except X-Men First Class. That's legitimately good. But in terms of how the X-Men movies go, I was just like, well, okay. I mean, stuff's finally happening. I saw Kelsey Grammer's Beast. That was awesome. Wolverine finally starts stabbing people and stuff like that. And I thought there was a good issue about whether or not, if there was a cure for this, would people take it? Should they take it? They made choices that were solid, and they had to stick with them. And characters, passed away, and they were dead for the most part. And and they stuck with it. And I liked that stuff was finally happening in these movies, because for a while they sort of going the Harry Potter route, just like in this 3-hour movie, we get just a snippet more information. And it's just like, no, come on, just do stuff. And stuff was finally being done in that movie. Now, I didn't care how it all resolved, because it's like, oh, you built all this up and it didn't really amount to anything, or much. But I liked the build-up to it. So that's the reason I like that movie. I know a lot of other people don't. But what I'm trying to get across is that it doesn't matter if you like it, everyone else hates it, you hate it, everyone else likes it. Part of the fun is talking with people and seeing why they enjoy it or why they dislike it. And what I discover is that you actually learn about that person by talking about film and talking about, well, that's funny because I really despise this film and you really seem to love it. What connection do you have with it? What does it do for you? And you usually find out about that person, and you actually have a very interesting conversation instead of getting in a fight, about it. And sometimes, a person can actually point out something where you say, I never thought of that. That's actually a really good point. A lot of people come up to me and they're just like, I used to love this movie until I saw your review. Now I hated it. I'm like, thanks. But, I mean, which is fine, but I also like, because I'm a comedian, it's less likely, but I like that, people can also come up and be like, hey, I used to really hate this, but watching it again, thinking about what you said, now I'm actually sort of intrigued by it. So there's so much you can find out about people just by sharing your thoughts on something and why you like or dislike it. Or even why you think everyone else disliked it or enjoyed it or whatever. It's more trying to understand the other person. It's trying to understand, the attraction or the disattraction, that's a word, unattraction. So, like I said, so pretty much through this panel, I'm just going to go through and I'm just going to talk to you guys. And I'm just going to find out what movies everyone disagrees with you on. So we'll just go from there. Can we go? Yeah. Yes, you, the person with broken mic. No, actually, I'm going to go for you. Go ahead.
I would have to say the movie that I personally like that everyone else disagrees with me on, it's got to be Batman Forever.
Batman Forever, you like it or dislike it?
I like it.
You like it? Now, there's actually, you're not alone on that. I find a lot of people actually do enjoy it. Now, what do you like about it?
Well, I like it mainly because there's a bit of nostalgia to it. Like when I was younger, it was like the awesome Batman movie that I loved to see. And but today I like it because it is stupid, but it's fun. The action sequences I thought were kind of fun, and I like that Jim Carrey was trying to channel Harry over the top Frank Gorshin from the old 60s Batman series.
Now, here's the interesting thing, and this is something you'll hear a lot about too. I like this movie. Why? Because I grew up with it, because of nostalgia and stuff like that, and that's fine. I do think it's usually important to acknowledge that, like for example, you know, what's a movie I grew up with? Like the Ninja Turtles movie. I love the Ninja Turtles movie, but it's stupid. Just say the title, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is dumb. But I love it because I grew up with Ninja Turtles, and for something about, you know, mutated reptiles at the teen age who practice ninjutsu, I think they did a decent job. But at the same time, Alec, now, yeah, this is silly. So nostalgia can play a big part, but I do often think it's good to separate the two and acknowledge, okay, do I like this because it's good, or do I like it because it's nostalgic? So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Let's take another one there. Who's got one? You hold in the, whatever that is, blue hat.
Cool.
Welcome to the party!
Welcome everybody. Alright, so, I actually have this thing where every time I see almost any superhero movie, I disagree with everybody else who walks out of the theater. Like in the case of Dark Knight, I hear all these things that it's this fantastic movie and everybody loves it. It bored me to tears.
You couldn't get any, you thought it was too boring?
Yeah. And Avengers is an exception with that. I actually did like that one. But then there's like Daredevil. I hear all these mean and nasty things towards it. It's my favorite It's my favorite superhero movie.
Actually, now here's something funny. There's a couple movies that keep, every time we do this panel, there's a couple movies that keep popping up. That, you know, that people are different, and they're both Batman related. One is Dark Knight. There's always somebody who doesn't like Dark Knight. And the other one, I'm shocked you said Batman Forever, because the one that people usually say, that at least somebody says, is Batman and Robin. They say they like Batman and Robin, which I'm always fascinated by. I'm like, what do you like about it? It's actually the exact reason you gave. I grew up with it. You know, and for a kid, I would imagine that's a cool movie to
That's another one I agree with people. I don't like that one.
With something like, you're talking about Dark Knight, one of the common complaints, actually isn't the boredom, that's interesting, the first time I heard that one, is that it's too, like it's trying to be really realistic, but there's stuff that still doesn't add up. You know, how did the Joker know that they were going to go down the street to have the wires with the helicopters and stuff? You know, how did he plan this far ahead? And, you know, so that's usually the complaint I hear, or that it's not comic booky enough. You know, that it's a little too, you know, trying to play too real for a person who dresses up like a bat and fights a
Really,
clown.
when I wasn't bored with the movie itself gave me like a headache because of all the things that was going on.
That I can definitely sympathize with. They do have like a ton of stuff. Just the last third of the movie isn't even a third act. It's just a big climax. You know, it's just a climax. It's like 5 climaxes. You know, this climax, now this climax. No, that climax, now this climax. And I like the movie, but yeah, like that was definitely a major problem. So no, I can see that. I can definitely understand. That's interesting. So you have a very particular kind of comic book movie you want to see, and I guess just most other people in the world don't want to see that movie for whatever reason.
I don't know why people didn't like Daredevil.
I couldn't get into when Jennifer Garner's fighting a blind guy. I'm just like, no, okay, even if he proves himself, it's like, just who does this? But, you know, I thought it was bad. I didn't think it was as bad as people were making it out to be. I really liked Colin Farrell in that movie because he's so over the top and having fun. And I like Michael Clark Duncan. Just there's stuff I liked in it. So I can definitely see that. Let's take another one. Let's do Hardham.
This maybe Eva's gonna hate me for saying this, but actually someone enjoyed Batman and Robin.
Ah, see, I told you, there's always that. Yeah, now why did you like it though?
I actually liked the Mr. Freeze's puns, even though it was and I thought the back credit pun scene was okay.
Okay, well, what did you like with like the back credit card and Mr. Freeze puns and stuff?
I just like how it's just so stupid, but it's so funny how he says all the puns.
Okay, now this is interesting because something that I think Joe Schumacher was trying to do with that movie that people didn't want to see, most people didn't want to see, but I at least can comprehend it, is that I think everyone in that film, with the exception of maybe like Chris O'Donnell and maybe even Alicia Silverstone, were sort of under the impression they were doing something like the Adam West Batman. You know, it's the punt, it's the silliness, it's the campiness. You know, the sets look very much like it, the music is very much like it. So I think even James Rolfe was talking about it. He was just like, you know, as a stupid comedy, just like those old, you know, Adam West, it's hilarious. I mean, it's so over the top and dumb and blah, 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 but that's sort of what it's supposed to be. I think most people didn't like it because that's not what they want. They want a serious Batman movie. But I can understand that because there are a lot of people that are just like, no, come on, this is hilarious. They're kind of right. It is hilarious. I mean, as much as I screamed about the bad credit card, it's the funniest, dumbest thing in the world.
I mean, like the back credit card.
No, yeah, if you like it, great. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, it's such a... I mean, I like to play to get so angry at because I'm still trying to take it seriously. But I mean, the film from the very beginning is not taking itself seriously. They reference Superman for crying out loud. You know, so I play it up as a character, but yeah, I mean, I get it when people say they like it for the campiness because I think it's what the director was going for too. Let's do Nike Hat.
Dropbox Wizards.
Well,
I always have a bunch of people that
you like Wizards or you don't like
love
Wizards?
it. I think it's a fantastic movie, especially for like back in the 70s when animation was really just starting to kick in.
You know, I have a soft spot for that movie. It's hard for me to defend it, and I can totally understand whenever somebody says they do like it or they don't like it because it is very cheap, but at the same time, you do sort of sense there's this.
Arnold.
Yeah, it was very unique, and it is just a bizarre, creative. Like I actually love the opening. The opening's unbelievable with the still the still drawings. But yeah, I can definitely. Oh, come on, people! You're tearing me apart, microphone people. So I can definitely understand that. I can see because a lot of people do sort of claim that as like sort of this surreal underground classic, and there are people who are like, this is crap, and it's like I can really see both sides of the argument. So no, I can totally get that. Well, let's do Pony Hat back there.
I love The Crow with Brendan Lee, and I have a bunch of people say that they hate it, but they have to like because he died making it.
Yeah, a lot of people, that movie was a big hit when it came out. A lot of people do actually still seem to genuinely like that film. I think it's boring as sin, personally. But people really seem to like it, and they get by it. And I don't think it's just because that was Brendan Lee's last movie. I think people do find something they can connect to with it. Like, it never did anything for me, but at the same time, and I just started thinking, oh, so that's where they got the Heath Ledger Joker. It looks just like it. No, I think a lot of people are on your side with that. A lot of people seem to like that movie. So, yeah, you're definitely not alone on that one. Let's do Blue Shirt.
John Leguizamo in The Pest. It's offensive to 7 different nationalities, but I like that it's an equal opportunity offender and doesn't take itself too seriously. Like, it's not mean-spirited with any jokes towards the Irish community, the Scottish community, the Black community, the Latin community, the white community. It just hits everybody at once.
You know, that's one. I've got so many requests for that. The Pest. I haven't seen it. I've yet to see it. I hear it's awful, but at the same time, I mean, you like it because it takes a crack at everybody. It's not like it's very offensive, but it's an equal offender. It'll attack anything, anyone, anywhere.
And there's a Transformer in it.
No, was it?
There's a Transformer in it.
There's a Transformer in it?
Yes.
Like what? One that works?
Yes.
Does John Leguizamo transform into something?
His truck turns into a giant 30-foot gulag.
Future review. Okay, that's kind of cool. But might be worth it just for that. I might check it out just because of that, actually. Let's get someone over here. Let's do Orange Hat. I've actually never seen it. It's like a Japanese Western? Or?
It's a Japanese Western directed by Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, wait. Did this? Wait. This didn't come out yet, did it?
That's Django Unleashed, Unchained.
Also, So that's a sequel.
That's a different movie.
Wait, did Tarantino direct this one you're talking about, or no? Oh, he did. Oh, okay. He was in it. Okay, so this is a semi more recent. Well, okay, not recent, but I mean like 90s or 2000s or something like that. Okay, huh? That's interesting. I never even heard of it. So okay, I might see just by that. Even though you say everybody hates, I'm just like I'm intrigued. It actually sounds kind of interesting. Okay, the one pointing there. Good.
I really, really love the Star Wars Christmas special. I will admit it. I love it.
What do you love about it? I'm so curious. Wait. Here, guys.
She needs to explain.
All right, guys. I want to hear. I'm really intrigued by this.
It's gonna be good in small doses and large doses if you're doing drinking games. And it does kind of combines with the animation, the actors for like all of their budget. Like what you're doing today.
So you like it because it's so silly and so campy and stuff like
I
that?
think it's a nice break away from Star Wars movies.
No, hey. That's the prequels.
Hey, I like the prequels.
Well, we'll get to you.
A series of Star Wars ever has, and like something that I would expect from a fan fiction. And I kind of enjoy it as it is written fan fiction.
Okay, no, and that gets to something else that you probably heard about. We even sang a song about guilty pleasures, where you see something that you know is not good, but you kind of enjoy it because either because it's bad or it just has something that connects with you, even though you know, no, as a way of doing, a film or a story or something like that. Yeah, it's not good, but just something. There's something you enjoy about it, and you can even describe it, but you know the rest isn't good. Or maybe you can like something because it's not good. So that actually makes a lot of sense. I actually really love the B. Arthur scene in that. I mean, she is like totally taking that seriously, and you just, no, don't close down the bar. Oh, that evil empire. Oh. And I love that scene. That's actually legit. Somebody asked, well, what do I think is worse, the Star Wars Christmas special or the Phantom Menace? And I actually have to say Phantom Menace because B. Arthur at least was in the Star Wars holiday special. Phantom Menace would have been so much better with B. Arthur.
Hells yeah, what happened?
Can you see her doing Jar Jar? Misa don't like that. No. I would love that. But yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, you think because the pointing worked over there, it's gonna work over there? Well, go ahead. Yeah, you. Yes.
Couldn't be, then who?
So there's this horror movie that I really like, and no one else seems to like it. Have you ever heard of Dead Silence?
Dead Silence? No.
Decent movie, I agree with you actually.
I really like creepy
The way that the music cuts out.
You see, we've already made a couple here. This panel brings people together. But I mean, it's a. So what? It's a ventriloquist, creepy ventriloquist.
What movie about it?
Well, it's kind of like a Goosebumps episode, except for like older people and more gory.
So see, that sounds fascinating to me. I might have to check it out just based on
It
that.
was directed by James Land, who did like some of the songs.
Okay, well you lost me there, but okay.
No, it's not as like gory as it sounds. There's some body horror, but it's and I don't know. I just like
Now, do you find it scary or do you enjoy like the
some
norm?
of the extra like really shitty horror. Like, one of my favorite movies is Plan 9 from Outer Space.
So is it more of like a guilty pleasure? Do you think it's a legit good film?
Some parts of it actually like legitimately freak me out. Other parts of it are just like entertaining. I don't know.
No, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Alright, cool. All right, let's do someone up here. Let's do green skirt.
Well, what I've always found, I've never seen anyone who's like Atlantis, the sleepers.
I like that movie.
I like it! You're not alone!
Actually, that film is actually getting, like a real underground fan base, actually. More people are liking it. I will admit, watching it again, when I did Disney December, I was sort of like, Okay, I can see what they're talking about. Yeah, okay, that was okay. That's impressive. Okay, you know, I still like this. I'm sorry, you know. But well, what is it you like about it?
Besides that, I like the visuals. There were also just the ability to actually think that there could be something under the waves, like a world or something that was part of ancient that had some maybe technology kind of ish and also magic combined. I kind of like that idea.
Yeah, no, I sort of thought that was cool too, that there's a technology actually years advanced that we didn't know about, but it's sort of primitive, but it's also advanced. I like that too. I thought that was actually pretty neat. So, yeah, you know, I think it's like, even with the bad moments, I'm like, I think the good stuff's good enough. So, I'm actually in agreement with you. It's female me.
Everyone thinks love the Hunger Games, but I can't stand it.
Now, I'll admit, I've never seen Battle Royale, which everyone's just like, oh, it's so much better, and it's right now. I will say this, because that is a common complaint I hear about that movie. What I do like about that film, is that Battle Royale is for adults, correct? What I like about Hunger Games, I actually like that it's for younger people. I like that it's taking younger people seriously, and it's not going to sugarcoat stuff. And it's going to play this sort of satirical world, and it's going to be cynical, and it's going to challenge them a little bit. So even if it is a ripoff, which that's often what I hear, I like the fact that it's doing that, and I can get behind that. But that complaint about Battle Royale, a lot of people agree with me on that. They definitely really agree with that. Shaky Cam's pretty damn hard. Let's see. Let's do Insane Now.
Insane Now. Yes. Wait.
Crap.
What? It's all with a lot of science.
Pick your movie.
All right. I don't know how anybody else feels about this. I've never asked anybody, but one of my favorite movies is K-Pax.
Now, please tell me why, because I'll be honest, that's one of the worst movies. I'm really good. What you like?
Well, you know, it takes place in a mental hospital, and I just love seeing, like, people who aren't mentally well, like, play off of each other. I love seeing that you keep guessing if this guy is an alien or just one of them. And that ending line, like, this time is all you have because you'll live it over and over, that actually made me think. I've never gotten that from a movie, like, in a long time. It made me think of, like, after that movie was done, I turned off the TV, went out and looked at the moon and just thought, why?
Did you ever see One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
What?
Yeah, you ever see a film called One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
It hasn't from a...
If you like seeing... Well, the way you describe mental patients working off each other, that's a very good fit. It has, like, every celebrity who's ever existed in it before they were celebrities. You know, Jack Nicholson, Danny DeVito, Christopher Lloyd, a ton of people. It's very, won Oscars, all that good stuff. So that might be one to check out, actually. Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Actually, somebody showed it in a... some sort of psychology class, and they actually wanted us to diagnose him. And I thought that was actually a pretty cool idea. But the only downside is I haven't watched the movie.
What did you not like about it?
I didn't like it because I felt it was very aware that it's playing these gimmicks, oh, is he real, is he not, is he an alien, is he not, and the performances really reflect that, and it's just going in, I sort of already knew what I was going to do. Well, if he is or if he isn't, what does it matter? Look at the whimsical inspiration. It's just blue bag. It's like I could just see it from, I knew where it was going. The most interesting scene to me, I like when they put him through hypnosis, because then that did blur it a little bit. I thought it was kind of cool. But from the beginning, I'm like, no, they're going to make him really an alien, even though they're going to leave it open, they're going to lean towards that. Also, people may hate me. I'm not a Kevin Spacey fan. I love him in comedies.
Okay.
He's very funny.
Well, he dies in almost every other movie.
His dramatic work, I just can't get that into. And it was Jeff Bridges in there too?
Yeah.
I'm actually not a fan of him. Again, in dramas, love him in comedies. Okay, oh, you have your hands up. Let's do the key. here, guys. Wait. Yeah, you know what? I'm not. We might want to get our mic in there. Yeah. Here,
I'll take that over.
Or no, leave it up here. What we'll do when I point at someone, just we'll have them come up so you can talk to the mic so everybody can hear. Because I think more people are gonna fill up over there. So here, come up here.
Keyblade man, come on down.
And actually, hold on. While he's doing that, I'll pick whoever the next one. Let's do Batgirl back there. So what do you like about Dragon Ball Evolution?
I think it's the same reason you said about the guilty pleasures and stuff.
Okay, so you liked it because it's so
out of there.
Okay, see, and that's something where, when you hear people go, oh, and stuff like that, it's like, no, I like it because it's so bad. Oh!
Even though it's one of my favorite cartoons from childhood.
But that's understandable. I mean, it's, if anything, it can help you laugh at it even more because you're seeing how much they're missing something or they're not getting it and stuff like that. That makes a lot of sense. That totally makes a lot of sense. So, awesome, cool. Let's do you, Black Cat, earphones. Yeah. Go ahead, get behind there.
Okay, everyone's gonna hate me, but I actually found The Human Centipede to be an amazing movie. I found it more of a comedy than an actual horror. So I'm like, who goes in the forest, while you're on the road? Who takes water?
That's a
with
threat
the
at my job.
And my favorite character has to be the Asian guy who made that beautiful, heartfelt speech, and that German doctor's like, I have no idea what you're talking about, and he slits his throat.
I've never seen the movie. I hear for what it is, sort of like you find it really funny. The people who do like it, they like it for the same reason, pretty much because it's funny smut crap. It's supposed to be lame and bad and stuff like that, over the top and disgusting. So I know a lot of people that like it. They made a sequel. I mean, obviously
the sequel's even funnier.
Yeah, I mean, obviously some people must have liked it. So no, I hear a lot of people actually do agree with you for the exact same reasons that you like it.